What are those beguiling, dulcet siren tones? They're flutes. Flutes are an important part of the organ. Just like yesterday we heard about the principal, and the principal is kind of, it's your dad's stop. It gets up every morning, it goes to work, it's got the best credit, pretty much, it's the hard working stop. Flutes are a little bit less predictable. They've been around, they've seen some things, they've gone to other countries, they've gone off to college and come back with some attitude. Flutes can be made of just about anything, and they're always about half of your organ is going to be flutes, at least, and then the other half principals, reeds, strings, which we'll talk about later. Flutes come in all sorts of varieties. Here's a wooden one, which is called the gedeckt. Here's a metal one that looks like a principal, but sounds like a flute. It's meant to mimic an actual flute. Here's my most favorite exotic flute on our organ. It's a metal flute with a wooden stopper. It's called a koppel flute. And the reason there's stoppers in some of these flutes is that when you put a stopper in a tube, then it doubles the frequency and makes the pitch play an octave lower, which is another reason why flutes are very versatile. You can't really do that with much success on principals. Finally, here's this guy, the roar flute. And he is going to be our focus today, because today I'm going to play Rheinberger's fourth trio, and I'm going to play it all on a roar flute. Rheinberger, for this piece, said you can play it on eins oder zwei manual, one or two manuals. So I'm choosing to play it on one manual. I'm going to use one stop. The roar flute, roar means reed, but that's kind of a misnomer. There's no reed in here. It also means, it could mean chimney. This thing on the top, it caps off the pipe, but it lets some of the frequencies through, so it gives it a very distinct color. And the thing about the roar flute on our organ is it goes from the very lowest notes all the way up to the very highest notes. There are 85 of these in our organ, 85 up in the swell chamber that I'm going to show you in just 1 second. And I will play the fourth trio of Rheinberger on the roar flute. And I'm going to take you on a field trip. Here we are in the swell division. The swell division is one of two chambers that's enclosed. If you look over here, you see those louvers. They open and close and allow anything in this chamber to be closed off from the sanctuary so that the sound can be softened, made softer. And behind me you see the roar flute. You see those red caps? Do you see the one that's bent over like he's been standing a little too long? That's because he's too tall to fit in the room. So they cut him in half, well, not in half, but they cut the top off and mitered him, and he still sounds just as good. So, you see those red caps, that is our roar flute. This is also where Flat Luther lives. See Flat Luther? He's sitting there right on the F pipe. Yep, he lives in here. So I thought I would give you the opportunity to see what it's like to be inside the organ while it's playing. So, I'm going to run downstairs, and I'm going to play Rheinberger's fourth trio. Now, I'm not going to race back up here and say anything else because that takes too long and I'm getting old. So when the music stops, you can just go away. Have a great weekend. On Monday, we're going to talk about reeds. I'm going to put you right there so you can see the roar flute. Yes, there we go.